Haley Steinfeld voices a character in this movie named Anna. So, is she gonna play Anna in the Frozen live action remake? Or is Kristen Bell going to play going to voice a character named Gwen? Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Stews here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I am going to be doing a review on When Marnie Was There. So When Marnie Was There is a Studio Ghibli film, and it came out in the year 2014 in Japan and 2015 in the US. In my book, technically, it came out in 2015, so I'm gonna consider it as a 2015 movie, and is directed by Hiromasa Bayashi, who directed The Secret World of Ariete and Mary and the Witch's Flower. And it stars for its English voice cast Haley Steinfeld, Kiernan Shipka, Gray Griffin, John C. Riley, Vanessa Williams, Gina Davids, Ava Arces, Rainy Rodriguez, etc. And so this movie tells the story of this young teenager named Anna Sasaki, who is suffering with asthma condition. And yeah, she originates from this town of from the city of Sapporo, Japan. And so in order for her to live a healthy life, she must stay away from the city. And so she is taken to this land, this this rural island, where her aunt's relatives live, and she stays with there. And while in the town, yeah, so wait, sorry, my bad. Wait, while in the town, Anna discovers this mansion. Anna discovers this mysterious mansion, and this mansion is actually from her dreams. And in the mansion is a girl that she dreams about named Marnie. And so Anna and Marnie become secret friends, but Marnie wants their friendship, their meeting, to be a secret. And so they bond, they share each other's secrets. But something mysterious happens because it turns out, because it seems like it's just a dream, that Marnie is actually just a dream, but this dream actually feels real. One day, this family moves into the mansion where Anna is, where Marnie was seen in Anna's dreams. And this young girl named Sasaki finds this finds Marnie's journal, and thinks that Anna is Marnie. But yeah, it turns out Anna isn't Marnie, and so Anna must make some investigation, as she must learn the truth about Marnie and the mansion. Now, don't worry, if nothing bad happens to Marnie. It's not like Marnie's a villain or something. So yeah, that's the best I can explain for the plot. Yeah, this is actually a pretty complex plot, but I'll get into it later. So yeah, no joke, guys. I have not seen any Studio Ghibli films that wasn't directed by Hayao Miyazaki before. And yeah, you all know I love Studio Ghibli. I absolutely love this studio. Yeah, ever since I saw Spirited Away for the first time, I fell in love with Spirited Away. You all probably know how much I love it. It's one of my absolute favorite movies of all time, and it will always and forever be the best Studio Ghibli movie. No other Studio Ghibli movies will ever come close to Spirited Away. In fact, it's in my top 3 favorite movies of all time. That's how much I love it. And after I saw Spirited Away and fall in love with it, I saw some of Studio Ghibli's other films. My Neighbor Totoro was actually the first Ghibli movie I saw. That and the House Moving Castle were actually Studio Ghibli films I saw before Spirited Away. And yeah, I also saw Princess Mononoke. I checked out, I think pretty much all of, I've seen all of Hayao Miyazaki's movies. Now, when it comes to his not the non no, how do I say this? When it comes to the films from Ghibli that actually isn't directed by Hayao Miyazaki, actually I've seen a few of them. I've seen Grave of the Fireflies, a film that I keep thinking it is directed by Hayao Miyazaki, but I keep forgetting it's not directed by him. By him. And I remember seeing a few more, but oh well, yeah. When Marnie was there was actually is actually one of those Ghibli films I haven't really seen in that I didn't really see for the longest time. But back in January, I actually saw this movie for the first time. Yeah, what got me to watch this film is Haley Steinfeld. Everyone who knows me so well knows how much I love Haley Steinfeld. She is one of the greatest actresses of all time. Yeah, in fact, she and Sadie Sink might be neck to neck as my favorite actress of all time. And yeah, I watched this movie and then I rewatched it again. I rewatched this movie again for the review. Yeah. Now, yeah, if you're wondering what makes you review made me want to review the film now, well, I'm just in the mood to talk about Studio Ghibli after The Boy and the Heron's deserving win the Oscars, which people need to stop raging about it. People need to stop with their outbursts saying like, oh, Spider-Verse was robbed, oh, the Oscars were wrong, oh, we should have given it to Spider-Verse. Yeah, there's a reason why The Boy and the Heron won, even though I prefer Across the Spider-Verse. But yeah, I reviewed The Boy and the Heron, so go check that out if you haven't. But let's talk about a film, Ghibli film, that's actually better than The Boy and the Heron. Because remember when I said that The Boy and the Heron was my second favorite Studio Ghibli movie? Well, looks like Boy and the Heron may have been my favorite modern Studio Ghibli film, but looks like now after seeing this film, I can say When Marnie Was There is actually my favorite modern Studio Ghibli film. My God, I am in love with this movie. It is a perfect movie in every single way. It sucks that no one talks about this film. Yeah, it sucks that people are underrating this film. Like no one ranks this among Ghibli's best films, and I think it deserves to be ranked there. I think this is one of the more overlooked Studio Ghibli movies in my opinion. And yeah, I also can't believe Black Critic Guy said this was a meh movie. Yeah, he called this meh. Yeah. And fun fact, if you guys don't know, this is actually the last Studio Ghibli film, well, quote unquote, the last, yeah. There are no other Studio Ghibli movies moving forward, but technically this was actually rumored to be the final Studio Ghibli movie, Ghibli movies, but yeah, but well, The Boy and the Heron came out, and yeah, and yes, I just cannot put into words how good this is, but yeah, I definitely have my thoughts and reasons as to what makes this such a masterpiece. And honestly, guys, I gotta say, this is now officially my favorite movie of 2015 in general. Yeah, it's better than some of the other films I loved that year. It's better than Mad Max Fury Road, which is now back to being my favorite live action and my favorite American movie in 2015. Though it is my second favorite, because When Marnie Was There exists. Yeah, it's better than Fury Road. It's better than The Martian. It's better than Kingsman. It's better than Sicario. It's better than Spotlight. It's better than Inside Out. It's better than The Little Prince, which was originally my favorite animated film the year before I checked out this movie for the first time. And yeah, it sucks to see The Little Prince snubbed for Best Anime Feature. Yeah, I mean, better than The Hateful Eight. Yeah, better than any other 2015 movie you can think of. Better than any 2015 masterpieces you can think of. Yeah, some of you may probably know. Some of you who's known me for a long time would know that I am personally not a fan of animated films in 2015. Yeah, sure, you got The Little Prince and the Shang-Chi movie and Anomalisa, three masterpieces, but when it comes to the bigger animated films like Inside Out and eh, I mean they're great, but they're not among the best. Yeah, you all know how I feel about Inside Out, but When Money Was There is the definitive animated film of 2015. This movie just blows any other 2015 animated film out of the water. And I'm so happy that this got nominated for Best Animated Feature. In fact, this movie should have won Best Animated Feature over, Inside Out. Even though, of course, they give it to Inside Out for obvious reasons. I can understand why Inside Out won, but to me personally, I mean, if Hayao Miyazaki can win with Boy Heron, then this one should have won too. But of course, they only not recognize Hayao Miyazaki's movies. But yeah, anyways, let's get on with this movie and all the reasons as to why this is why this is some of one of the best animated movies of all time. In fact, I actually put this in my top 10 favorite animated movies of all time, believe it or not. Yeah. Now, where do I start with this? Yeah. First, let's get on with the characters. Yeah, I want to starting off with the characters and the voice acting. Anna is one of the most relatable characters ever. I actually relate to Anna a lot because now, I mean, I'm someone who, because I don't have a lot of friends in real life. Yes, most of my friends are online. They're all like, online friends. Of course, I actually do plan on meeting up with a group of my online friends, which you know who we are if you're watching this. But yeah, but when it comes, my new school, my new college, although I did have make a lot of friends in my old school, in my high school, this year in college I made very few friends. And I would pretty much imagine myself with another friend as I feel lonely. This movie talks about this. This movie talks about friendship and loneliness. Like how this movie goes in depth on how it feels like to not have a friend, to feel lonely, And we see Anna when it's not the super important elements. Anna is having a pretty terrible life, not only because of her sickness, but also she just can't really seem to get along with anybody. She can't seem to make any friends. Yeah. This one, girl, this one character just wanted to friend Anna, and then Anna's like, "Go away, you fat pig." Yeah, it looks like she didn't want her. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like me when if I see someone who doesn't seem like my type, I just well, I don't go as far as calling insulting names, and that makes the person cry. I wouldn't go that far, personally. And so I get to feel myself on Anna's shoes. The chemistry between Anna and Marnie might be one of the greatest chemistries put in any film. Yeah, their chemistry is probably the best thing about this entire film. Yeah, and Anna and Marnie are one of the greatest duos of all time. Yeah, one of the absolute goats of duos, and yeah, and as good as Anna is, Marnie might just be my favorite character. I just love everything about Marnie. She's such a unique character. And I love how she helps Anna get through her darkest times. And all that stuff. I used to have a Marnie, but that Marnie was actually online. Yeah, my Marnie is actually my online friend. So, and that's what makes this movie so special. You can, Anna isn't just relatable to me personally. Anybody can relate to Anna, and anybody can have his or her own version of Marnie. Yeah, this you can actually imagine your friend as Marnie, and let me tell you guys right now. Marnie is my Studio Ghibli crush. My God, she is freaking hot. Yeah, especially with the blonde hair. It reminds me of like Elsa but younger for some reason. Even though like it's just blonde and not white, it makes sense. And man, the voice acting, especially the English dub, man. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. This has the best English voice dub. Now, I have not seen The Boy and the Herons, English dub, but because I only saw the Japanese dub. But I might say that about the Boy in the Heron. I might say the Boy in the Heron has the best English dub voice acting when I see it. But right now it's this film, especially with Haley Steinfeld's performance, and yes, I would say yeah, this is certainly one of Haley Steinfeld's best performances. Yes, I would say Haley Steinfeld is better as Gwen, but I like her as Annabelle better than Vi. But and then Kiernan Shipka, my man, this is definitely her best performance, and I love Kiernan Shipka, especially in that Holy Killing. Kiernan Shipka was 15 years old at the time when this film came out, and she sounds nothing like a 15-year-old. I mean, she sounds way older than 15, which is pretty impressive for a voice acting of a young star and yeah, how do young star and man, the story of this film is so powerful. Yeah, like I already said the one part of the story. One thing to say about the story. No, I mean one of the things to say about the story, like how it talks about friendship and loneliness, and how sometimes you can just have your own imaginary friend if you feel lonely and you feel like you don't have any friends, and how you can literally how relatable the story is. But on the core of it all, it is a very complex and thought-provoking story. It is so like I heard a lot of people say they were confused with the film. I will admit, on first film, I did not get a lot of plot elements. There were some things I missed out on that I was able to understand more on second watch. I'm glad I got to review this movie upon its second viewing rather than its first viewing. First viewing, yeah. And yeah, although yes, it may seem like a simple story on paper, but yeah, simple story of friendship. But hear me out, yeah. Marnie is not even a real person. I mean, she is real, but not in a way that Marnie is actually young in the present times. She's not really a teenager, and not to mention she's actually dead in that time when Anna is around, like at the time when this movie takes place in. And speaking of which, the one of the big highlights of the plot what would be the reveals. Oh man, the reveals and plot twists. Like this is some of the most insane plot twists you'll ever see in a Ghibli film, let alone an animated film. Like, wow. Where do I even start with this? Like, of course, well, the plot twist that Marnie isn't really real and she's Anna's dreaming. That may be obvious, except that when you're actually watching Anna and Marnie bond together, like it feels so real and authentic that it makes you believe that it isn't even a dream. In fact, every time I see them together, I keep forgetting that Anna is dreaming. Anna is dreaming. Yeah. By the way, I'll talk more about Anna and Marnie's relationship later on. But yeah, let's talk about the plot twist. Oh, that one big plot twist that just made my jaw drop. Marnie is Anna's grandmother. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I know, right? And man, Marnie has one of the reasons as to why Marnie is my favorite character in the film is because of how she has such a tragic backstory when Marnie's husband died, and so they had a daughter named Emily, and Marnie has an illness right now because of her husband's death, and so she takes she's taken to this institution, not really a mental institution, it's something else, but she wants to be alone, she wants to cope for her husband's death, and so she takes Emily to boarding school. But yeah, then Emily's like older now, she actually becomes an asshole, and yeah, she basically becomes this very unlikable person where like she hates her, where she pretty much hates her mom Marnie for taking her to boarding school, and yeah, they both hate each other. Emily goes away with her boyfriend. And guess what? Emily and her husband, well, they got married. Yeah, yeah, they died in a car accident, and Marnie is still alive. And so yeah, Marnie pretty much takes care of Emily's daughter, which is actually Anna. Yeah. So yeah, with that said, Marnie actually raised Anna, but as a teenager, yeah, Marnie is actually dead. Yeah, wow. Yeah, what a tragic backstory. Like, I bet Marnie's backstory is going to get stuck with me. Like, it's going to get stuck with me for a very long time. But yeah, I absolutely love that backstory. And yeah, and also I love this reveal that Anna's foster parents actually only took care of her just for the money, and they don't and Anna like believes that they don't actually love her, and yeah, it just feels really sad that even though I know that's not the case, it feels really sad when you assume something, when you know something, and you feel like that person it's going one way when actually it doesn't. It's going in a way you don't want. Like, for me sometimes I will admit I feel like my parents would do something that makes me believe that they don't love me, but I know they're doing it. They're doing it for the good reasons. They're doing it for my own good, and so yeah, I kind of understand that. And I'm sure and I'm glad Anna now understands that. And man, this movie is emotional. If Spirited Away can make you cry, specifically with the train scene, oh boy, wait till you see this movie's emotional moments. I cried more than once. So where do I like specifically when it comes to the moments between Anna and Marnie? When one example being when Anna talked about her parents' secret that they only wanted to take care of Anna just for the money, but and for subsidy, and then Marnie hugs Anna and be like, "Don't worry, I love you," well something something, but it's such an emotional line. It is I don't memorize the quotes, but it is one of the most emotional quotes I've ever seen. And one thing I love about Anna and Marnie is that they both get to to express their sadness. One of them would express their sadness and their negative emotion, and then the other one's in a good mood. And so that friend with a good mood would help the other friend, the sad friend, get over her feelings. In that scene I talked about, it's Anna. But Marnie's is even more tragic. Yeah, Marnie's parents leave the mansion to go to a faraway place, and she's left alone with nannies. Nannies who are probably some of the most despicable Studio Ghibli characters ever, and they take care of Marnie, but they're way too hard on her. But then one day they tell Marnie about this silo that can kill someone like that. Like something that scares Marnie, and so they take Marnie to the silo, and there's lightning and rain, and Marnie gets scared. And yeah, and then Anna takes Marnie to the silo to make her face her fears, and yeah, and we see this beautiful moment with Anna just comforting Marnie in when she fears it. Man, I mean, their chemistry is just too good that there are people who actually see them as a lesbian couple, and I actually feel the same way. They do feel like a lesbian couple. And oh yeah, and let's talk about the animation. Man, the animation is absolutely breathtaking, especially with the background animation and character designs. My man, Marnie's character design. Oh man, like I'm sure they put so much effort into Marnie's character design. Okay. And in the end, yeah, it really warmed my heart over. So overall, When Money Was There is a film that more people need to talk about, and this seriously needs to be in the conversation as some of the best Studio Ghibli movies because this is one of the most heartwarming and emotional movies I've ever seen, and also one of the most relatable. This is the movie that really speaks to me from the bottom of my heart, and Hilary Steinfeld gives one of her best performances ever. If you haven't seen When Marnie Was There, you should check it out. And honestly, I think that my good pal Harry Thomas, based on how well I know him, he might actually put this as his favorite Studio Ghibli movie when he sees it. I can actually see the potential in Harry Thomas putting When Money Was There as his favorite Studio Ghibli movie. I don't know if if he's watched it or not though. So yeah, this is a perfect movie. I have no flaws with it whatsoever, and yeah, this definitely deserves to be the second best Studio Ghibli movie, second only to Spirited Away. And the fact that I'm praising a Studio Ghibli movie that wasn't directed by Hayao Miyazaki, and yet I treat it like I praise it like it was directed by Miyazaki. It just says something. And if it was at that time when this movie was rumored to be the final Studio Ghibli movie, and I was reviewing this, I would have said that this was a perfect way to say farewell to Studio Ghibli. So with that said, I'm going to give The Boy and the Heron, of course, a 5 out of 5 stars. Perfect movie. This would personally to me, this would be in my top 11, top 15 favorite movies of all time, like in somewhere in the 11 to 15 spots. So also for my review of When Money Was There, what are your thoughts on the film? Who agrees with me that When Money Was There is one of the best Studio Ghibli movies? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos to come. My Frozen Awards is definitely coming, and also stay tuned for my first documentary review. Yeah, sometime this week I am going to be reviewing a documentary for the first time. I won't tell you what it is, it'll be a surprise. So yeah, bye guys.